Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about my favorite gum for acid reflux. So, acid reflux can be such a pain and cause a lot of health complications. When your stomach acid and your stomach contents are supposed to stay inside your stomach and they make their way up into the esophagus, it can cause a lot of damage, not to mention discomfort. So, some of the most common ingredients used for treatment, especially over-the-counter products that you might get, some of the more common name brands, have to do with baking soda, sometimes called sodium bicarbonate, sometimes called carbonate. So in effect, these ingredients are alkaline substances. So they actually react with your stomach acid, causing it to neutralize the acid. So this reduces that burning sensation you might feel. Now, to be clear, sodium bicarbonate is naturally produced in your pancreas, and it's designed to neutralize stomach acid once you eat. So if for some reason that process isn't working the way it should, then gum designed to treat acid reflux can help this if it contains things like bicarbonate or sodium bicarbonate. So Alka-Seltzer and once upon a time Arm & Hammer had their own types of heartburn relief gums. So these contained calcium carbonate, and they worked by neutralizing acids in that same process, mimicking the process of your pancreas. Now, these are much less common today, though. They're actually very difficult to find. You can find a lot of information about them, and obscure stores might still carry them, but you can't find them on the actual websites. So from there, we have other designs that might be useful if you can't get your hands on the Alka-Seltzer or the Arm & Hammer gums. And these are more focused on the physical benefit of chewing gum as it relates to things like increased saliva production, which helps to combat acid reflux. So it's less focused on the sodium bicarbonate ingredients that neutralize that burning sensation in the same way your pancreas is supposed to, and more focused on helping you to simply increase your saliva production and sort of control the symptoms of acid reflux after a meal. Now, I like this idea from this brand, TheraBreath, because they don't have a lot of unnecessary ingredients and they are a sugar-free option. So chewing a lot of gum regularly to help with acid reflux does have one drawback, and that's if it has a lot of sugar, it puts you at risk for tooth decay. However, be advised that even though it says no sugar, it will have things like sorbitol. It's going to have some form of sugar alternative, so fake sugar. So just pick the stevia, just sucralose. There are a lot of different sugar-related items in here, and it's up to you to pick which type of sugar product you want or don't want. Aspartame is the main ingredient in a lot of medication you might receive in the hospital if you are dealing with constipation. So having a gum that doesn't contain aspartame will help you maintain your regular social life. Something else to keep in mind. Now, that aside, mint flavors can exacerbate acid reflux for some people. So the fact that this one is a mint flavor might be a problem. If that is the case, I like this option from Rev Gum. They have two different versions. So they have a berry and a watermelon. I personally prefer fruity flavored gums, so I really like these. They are sugar-free, and while they don't have any type of bicarbonate in them, one of the things I do like is that on the upside, they help with muscle recovery thanks to the magnesium and the potassium. So a lot of people don't have enough magnesium, just as a side note, and this can help increase the magnesium that your body gets. So it's a great way to keep chewing after a meal to help combat that acid reflux, but without having to deal with the the mint flavors that could exacerbate your symptoms. Now, that aside, another alternative I like here is Underbrush. So Underbrush is a very popular option, and they have the mint flavor and cinnamon flavor and berry flavor. Now, cinnamon flavors or cinnamon oils can cause the same type of exacerbation that mint does for some people with acid reflux. So you might be better off sticking with the berry flavor if you are going to choose this. Now, they are also a sugar-free option. And of course, that just means that there's a different type of sugar in there. So maybe we can find out what kind of sugar alternative they have. Now, this one is designed to remineralize your teeth. So it's not marketed specifically for acid reflux, although it does. Okay, so xylitol is their natural sweetener. And that seems to be the only natural. Oh, no, there's some stevia extract as well. So that said, they do have calcium carbonate and calcium bentonite clay. Both of these are very useful ingredients in maintaining the health of your teeth. And they can also help in some degree to combat acid reflux, especially when you chew the gum before or immediately after your meal. Now, that said, my absolute favorite is going to be Reflex Gourmet. Reflex Gourmet is the only chewing gum on the market designed specifically for acid reflux. It uses alginates, so a very common derivative that is a sodium bicarbonate type derivative. And it is unique for so many reasons. So not only is it a chewing gum, which can help produce saliva and neutralize your stomach acid, but it has bicarbonate in it. So as I mentioned, bicarbonate is naturally produced by your pancreas. It's there to help neutralize stomach acid after you eat. So this chewing gum actually mimics that natural process in a safe, effective way. And this coats the esophagus and the throat to provide soothing relief. And one of my favorite things, the alginates used in this product create a coating that's not only on the esophagus, but a sort of barrier that floats on top of your stomach acid. And that barrier sits gently on top of the stomach contents. But when the stomach contents try to make their way up into the esophagus, it does its job. It's a barrier. So it stops all of this from happening, as you see here in the picture. So this is one of the only options you will find, if not the only option on the market that uses safe ingredients, doesn't have any of the peppermint or cinnamon oils that could exacerbate acid reflux, actually mimics the natural processes, again, aside from the Alka-Seltzer and Arm & Hammer versions, which are very difficult to come by nowadays. And more importantly, it is all natural. It doesn't have some of the same sugars. It is created by scientists. There's a lot of references here. There is so much science that goes into ensuring this product is safe and effective. And it, for me, is on my absolute top favorite list for people who are looking because of that sort of raft, as I mentioned, the way that it protects your stomach. It effectively, as they call it, the esophageal cork, it creates a blockage or a cork or raft, however you want to view it, between your stomach acid and your stomach contents and that of your esophagus. So where other products like these other gums might be used to simply try and increase your saliva and neutralize the acid that's already made its way into your esophagus, this is one of the only options that's going to help stop that process from happening in the first place. And that is why it is my absolute favorite gum for acid reflux.